People say that social media is for the young. Isn't it? Nope. Welcome to Nerdopause. Hello, I'm back, and I'm in the new house with bad lighting. It's because I stole my lamp, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. We're officially moved into our house, and that's a good thing. But moving is never a restful experience, and it has absolutely not been restful this time around. I have found that it is easier to shove all the extraneous items into my room rather than actually unpack them. It's a problem. But the main living parts of the house are good and livable, and it's just the far reaches that aren't. Dusty the dog loves the yard, rolls in the grass, rolls on the carpeting that is upstairs and downstairs. Aya is very happy with her gigantic basement bedroom and is willing to let us go through it to get to the laundry room, bless her heart. So even though I'm tired, it's good. Side effect of this move is that I don't have a car, because Bob has the car, because Bob is teaching summer school, and that's in Glen Ellen, about a 40-minute drive away, which isn't really far, but now we have to negotiate using the car. So it has forced me to keep unpacking. That's good. I have a book. Since I know... Drinking water. Since I now am a homeowner in Illinois, I have no choice but to. Not that I wouldn't choose, but it's kind of a done deal, isn't it? I own a house. I'm living here now, so I have a little book, My Pocket Guide to Illinois. I want to read you things, but I can only read my glasses off because bifocals make me sick. Oh, let's see what we've got. Illinois is an Algonquin word. It comes from the word Illini, which means men or tribe of superior men. The French added the oi part. So that's how we get Illinois. The capital is Springfield, but I have not seen The Simpsons yet. I don't think Springfield at The Simpsons is in Illinois. I think it's a different Springfield. I'm going to keep going. The state bird is the cardinal. I've seen these. They're very red. The male is very red. The female is brown. And it gives you a recipe for how to eat bluegill, the state fish. It gives me a recipe for how to eat the state fish. There's a picture here that's turned the shape of Illinois into Abraham Lincoln's face. That's disturbing. There's a lot of states within driving distance, and I know that people from this area and from the East Coast, this is not a big deal. So you can drive a few hours and be in another state. But you see, in California, you just keep driving. So I'm always a little shocked when I go somewhere outside of this immediate area and I end up in, Wisconsin. How did I get to Wisconsin? I'm in Iowa. Look at that. Why? I don't know. Who was born here? Oh, look, so many people were born here. Johnny Weissmuller. He was the old Tarzan and a champion swimmer. You did know? Yes, you did know that. Well, anybody did. Bob Newhart was born here. Again, a lot of you don't know who Bob Newhart is. Anne Margaret? No. Harrison Ford, Han Solo, born here. Miles Davis, jazz trumpeter. Oprah Winfrey was born here. Robin Williams was born here. How weird. Really? Authors. Ray Bradbury was born here. Carl Sandburg, the poet, was born here. Ernest Hemingway was born here. Shel Silverstein was born here. I'm all about this. Walt Disney was born here. Frank Lloyd Wright, of course. His houses are sprinkled around. A list of libraries, museums, lighthouses, lots of natural things. Birds and bugs. Ooh. I saw a bug on the wall the other day, and I don't know what it was, but it looks like this. Too many legs. I didn't like it. Bob seemed to think it was cool. The corn dog was invented in Illinois. I got around the hot dog problem last night by making chili dogs. You know, the problem where I'm not supposed to have ketchup in my hot dog because I'm in Chicago now. In my house, I could have ketchup, I guess, but I was so traumatized by the hot dog man downtown that I didn't even try. So, some of the things here, we're living not that far away from downtown Chicago, which means that there's a neighborhood here. And I can walk to some cafes. There's a really tiny downtown. Lots of pubs and bars. Bob convinced me the other night to walk with him to the James Joyce pub, where I had a teeny tiny margarita and he had Guinness, and then some guy who looked like an Irish Sean Penn came up and slapped Bob on the back and ordered him something called a Cinnamon Toast Crunch shot, and which Bob accepted and downed, and that's fine. There is, within about a 5-minute drive, the world's largest laundromat. Now, okay, I know about laundromats. I spent a really huge portion of my youth in laundromats. It's a whole other story. This laundromat had a whole wall covered with an aviary, like a 7-foot tall, 9-foot long cabinet of all these songbirds. And they had this, it was just really well cared for. It had a layer of chicken wire behind it, behind which was stuffed all these rolls of straw and hay, so the birds could naturally forage for their nesting materials, and they had nesting baskets, and they could weave their nesting materials into the baskets. And it was lots of baby birds and lots of song, and it was incredible. And it was in a laundromat downtown. And they had like a 90-inch flat screen up on the wall with sports going on it, and they had a central area of like a little padded play area for kids, and they had a magician there the other day. And Bob went across the street and got some paletas, which is Mexican like fruit popsicles, really dense, full of fruit, frozen desserts. And there's lots of different kinds of paleta. These were on sticks, and they were really good. I got a watermelon one, and then the guy gave Bob a free one. That was a new one he wanted to try, and it was like, you know, the pictures of like is it papaya or mango? And you can buy it in like South America and Central America, and they sprinkle spices on it, and then it's kind of like that sweet, spicy, savory flavor. But this one was really loaded with the spices, so I tried it, and it really hurt. So I let Bob eat what he could the rest, and I ate my watermelon paleta, and it was delicioso. So I'm learning my neighborhood. I haven't walked to the store yet, because walking to the store is no problem. Carrying the groceries home is the problem. And we haven't hung anything on the walls yet because Bob has a phobia, a newly developed phobia against poking holes in the walls. So we don't have any pictures hung up yet because we're working through Bob's phobia. He's bought a lot of adhesive strips of different companies, and the first batch of adhesive strips just fell off the wall with anything we put on it. So eventually we're going to be poking holes in the walls like normal people, but for now we're working through Bob's pinophobia. I have to look that up too. So that's an update. And it's good and weird to be in a house. So, my friends, I'm going to go make the soup for dinner. And I will talk to you soon. In the meantime, be nice to each other, take care, and stay nerdy.